Dear viewers, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to my class. Today I am going to discuss about verb, one of the most important element if we want to develop our skill in a language. Verb is the heart of a sentence, so obviously we should know about verb and its details, and we should keep in mind that without a verb we can never make a sentence. So whenever we want to make a sentence, there are two components are important and necessary and essential. One is subject, the next one is verb. So today I am going to discuss on verb. I hope you will follow my class very attentively and carefully, and ultimately at the end of the lecture you will understand easily about this specific topic. So at first, look at the whiteboard. I have made a diagram which is known as verb tree that indicates the details of verb and its classification. You know better that what is verb. Verb means action. Whenever we do something, whenever we take any kind of action, we indicate that types of action or that type of our doings by following one word which is known as verb. That means verb means action. Action of what? Action of noun, action of subject, action of any person. And whenever we indicates that action, we use a word that is known as verb. In Bengali, we know that it is kriya. That means karma or kriya. So obviously verb has its classification. There are different types of verbs. When we see that some verbs are regular verbs, some verbs are irregular verbs, some verbs are classified as principal verbs, some are as in non-finite verbs, some are finite verbs. So there are a lot of differences in different verbs, but basically we have to keep it in mind that verb is of two types. First one is finite verb, the second one is non-finite verb. So whenever we are asked by someone that how many types of verbs, we have to say that there are two types of verbs. First one is finite verb, second one is non-finite verb. So come to the point at first. Finite verb. In Bengali we know that finite verb is in Bengali translation Samapika Kriya. So at first we have to keep in mind that finite verb is must to make a sentence. That means the verb that make the full and fully meaning of a sentence of a meaningful full sentence. That means whenever we see that, if for example if I say that I speak in English, so here the word speak is the finite verb. I speak in English or I speak in Bengali. So here the word speak is the verb and this is finite verb. Okay, so finite verb means Samapika Kriya, that the verb ends a sentence fully and clear sense of a sentence. Now come to the next one, non-finite verb. Non-finite verb in Bengali terms Asamapika Kriya. That means the verb which does not make full sense in its own, it has to take help from a finite verb. Come to the example that I have given first. I speak in English, but if you tell that I have seen him speaking in English, I have seen him speaking in English, that speaking is a non-finite verb, because here the finite verb is I have seen. I have seen. Have seen. There are two verbs, have auxiliary. seen, principal verb. But there is another verb, speaking. I have seen him speaking in English. So this non-finite verb cannot make full sense without taking the help from finite verb. So here the finite verb is mandatory. I have seen him speaking in English. So at the first sentence is I am speaking English or I speak in English. Here the speaking or speak is finite verb, but if I say that I have seen him speaking in English, this is non-finite verb. So I think finite and non-finite are much clear to you, because finite is must in a sentence but non-finite is not mandatory. But when you use a non-finite verb in a sentence, you must use a finite verb of that on that sentence. So verb is of two types, basically first one finite verb, second one is non-finite verb, and there is classification of finite verb and obviously non-finite verb. At first come to the finite verb portion. We see that finite verb is of two types, principal verb, auxiliary verb. So principal verb is known as main verb. That means the main verb of a sentence is known as principal verb. In Bangla, mool kriya. Okay? And there is another portion of the finite verb, it is auxiliary verb. Auxiliary verb is known as helping verb. Helping verb means the verbs that help principal verb to make full sense of a sentence. Suppose the example now I am giving, I am speaking in English or I am speaking in Bengali. So the sentence I am speaking in English, I am speaking in Bengali, whatever it is, am speaking. There are two verbs. First one is am, second one is speaking. So there are two verbs here. The first one is am, is an auxiliary verb, and speaking is a principal verb. So I am speaking, I am writing, I am reading, I am listening, I am hearing, etc., etc. Here am auxiliary verb and the speaking, listening, writing, doing, playing, etc., etc. is a principal verb. So auxiliary verb helps a principal verb. So come to the next portion. Principal verb is also of two types. First one is transitive verb, second one is intransitive verb. So transitive verb and intransitive verb are very much known and familiar to you, I know, but I am now going to clear it. First one is transitive. In Bengali, shokormok. That means the sentence, the verb which follows an object, and that verb is a transitive verb. And the sentence where there is a verb but there is no object, that verb is an intransitive verb. That means shokormok, akormok. Shokormok means karma shoho, akormok means karma chara. So now I am giving two examples where first one is a transitive verb and the next one is an intransitive verb. Suppose I write poems. I write poems. Here I write poems. Poems is an object. So writes is a verb obviously, and it is transitive verb because poems is object. That's why it follows by a subject, and this sentence, specific this sentence, I write poems, we find object poems. That's why it is write is transitive verb. And whenever we find a transitive verb, this sentence can be changed into passive. Poems are written by me. Okay? But whenever we use intransitive verb, we cannot make the sentence passive because there is no object. That's why that verb is intransitive verb. Suppose birds fly. Birds fly. Full stop. So subject is birds, fly is verb, but there is no object. That's why here fly is an intransitive verb. Okay, I think you are clear. So we are clear very much about that finite portion. Finite is of two types: principal, auxiliary. Principal is of two types: transitive, intransitive. So come to the auxiliary portion. Auxiliary is two types: primary auxiliary, second one is modal auxiliary. So at first we have to be cleared about primary auxiliary. Primary auxiliary is of three types: to be verb, to do verb, to have verb. Suppose I am writing a letter. Here am is from to be verb. Am, is, are, was, are, shall be, will be, etc. Suppose there is an example: does he play football? Here do is helping play. So does he play? Here do verb is an primary auxiliary verb. Do, does, did, not done. Do, does, did. Next one, to have verb. Suppose I have done my duties. I have done my duties. Here the verb done is being held by have. So have is a primary auxiliary. Have is an primary auxiliary verb. Have, has, had. And primary auxiliary is used to make questions, to make negation, etc. Next come to the modal auxiliary portion. Modal auxiliary is also that verb that helps a principal verb or transitive verb, intransitive verb. Suppose I can do the work. I can do the work. Here do verb is being held by can. I may I come in, sir? Or it might rain today, or it may rain today. Can I do that work? I could help him. I shall go there. Two verbs. I should do my duty. I will help you. I would come at that point. I must help him. I need to go there. Okay? He dared to do the work. Next, or to, or used to. That's all types of verbs are known as modal auxiliary. Modal auxiliary also helps principal verb, that means transitive verb or intransitive verb, whatever it is. So I think your finite verb portion is clear to you. I will share this diagram in my class, and you can follow my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is Kaisar Sir. If you search it in search bar in YouTube portion, you will find my channel. And now come to the next portion, non-finite verb. That means in Bengali, ashamapika kriya. Non-finite verb. That verb cannot make full sense without taking help finite verb. And non-finite verb is of three types. First one is gerund, second one is participle, third one is infinitive. So come to the first one, gerund. Gerund means information. It looks like verb but function as a noun. Suppose swimming is a good exercise. Here swimming is looking like a verb, but swimming is basically noun here, and it is formatted as gerund because there is a finite verb in this sentence, is. Swimming is a good exercise. Okay? Or I enjoyed reading books, or reading novel is a good habit, etc. Reading, swimming, walking in the morning is good for health. Walking here, walking, swimming, reading, etc. are gerund and obviously non-finite verb. Next, participle. Participle also looks like verb, but as function we see that it functions as an adjective. And participle is of three types. First one is present participle, second one is past participle, third one is perfect participle. So I am now giving 3 examples. First one is present participle. Suppose if you say I saw him walking towards the college, or I saw him reading in his room. Here I saw him reading, I saw him walking, reading. These two verbs are participle, present participle. Okay, here these two verbs are functioning as an adjective, not as a verb. Here the main verb is I saw. Saw is the finite verb, and I saw him reading. Reading is the non-finite participle, present participle, and its formation is verb plus ing. Okay. Next, come to the past participle portion. Past participle portion, if I give an example, you will be very much clear about that. I have the work finished. I have the work finished by Karim, Rohim, someone. I have the car washed. I have the work finished. Here I have the car washed by someone. This washed are and finished are past participle form. The main verb is I have. I have the car washed. Have is the finite verb and washed is past participle and obviously non-finite verb. And last one is perfect participle. Now I am giving an example. Having completed my lunch, I went to the meeting. So having completed, having finished, having done, these types of starting indicates that these are perfect participle and non-finite verb. Having finished, having done, having gone there, these are non-finite verb, and obviously you should use a finite verb in these sentences. Having done my duty, I went to the meeting. That means went is the finite verb, having finished is perfect participle and obviously non-finite verb. And the last one is infinitive. Infinitive means that types of verbs which indicates your aim, you target. In Bengali, uddesho. Suppose if you tell something like that, I went there to meet Mr. Rahman. I went there to meet Mr. Rahman. So here the finite verb is went in first form, but there is another verb to meet Mr. Rahman. To meet is infinitive, and infinitive is formatted as to plus verb in base form. So here my aim is to meet Mr. Rahman, and that's why I am telling that sentence I went there to meet Mr. Rahman. To meet is infinitive. So infinitive is a non-finite verb, and obviously in that sentence there is a finite verb. I went there to meet, I went. Finite verb. So without finite verb, non-finite verb cannot make a fully sensible sentence. Non-finite verb obviously should take help of a finite verb. So in this lecture, I hope you are very clear about verb and its diagram, its classification. So follow this lecture again and take a help from a good English grammar book, and I hope you will easily understand what is verb and its classification. So till the next class, follow my lecture and follow the reference books, and this is the end of the lecture. Stay fine, stay well, keep yourself safe from COVID-19. Always pray to your Almighty that Almighty keep us safe from all types of sufferings. Allah Hafiz.